What the puck time here on TYT Sports. Michael and Rick. Michael, you have limited time, so let's get to it. The injury to Nathan Horton appears to be huge for the top line of the Bruins, which actually played tremendously. Krejci was awesome. Lucic had two goals and an assist.
Lucic were amazing. Horton, of course, supporting them on that line.
Yeah.
They came out on fire. It's strange. I think that the Blackhawks actually came out looking better than the Bruins did last night, even though the Bruins scored first. I actually thought that the Blackhawks looked like they were cycling better, moving better, but the scoring opportunities the Bruins took advantage of. And I think the second goal was a soft goal by Crawford.
Okay. I thought you were going to say the second goal for Rask.
No,
but
no.
I mean, that was unstoppable.
No, that was unstoppable. I'm talking about the second goal that the Bruins scored. It went top shelf over the left shoulder.
It did.
And I thought that
it hit him in the shoulder.
It may have even hit him in the shoulder.
it
Yeah,
did.
and it was that's a goal that he should have stopped, but it didn't end up.
But then, Michael, he made up for it in overtime.
I would say so.
The overtime.
I would say so. Yeah, in overtimes.
Yeah, exactly. He made some unbelievable stops, but then again, it just appeared. And look, you could say this with basketball, you could say it with what have you. The puck just wasn't bouncing the Bruins' way because they had so many golden chances.
Yeah.
These were not, basically how I put it was they had better chances because the Bruins' D-men of Chara and Seidenberg and all of them, they were forcing the Blackhawks outside the circles. On every rush that they had, it's like, okay, here's a low percentage shot. Here's another low percentage shot. The Bruins had way more dangerous chances and better percentage of shots in the overtime.
That's how the Bruins got there with the Penguins, though, giving the Penguins only those low percentage chances, Rick. And so that's Claude Julien saw it work in the last series. He's going to try and do it with the Blackhawks as well. Try and keep the Canes, the Taves away from inside, and see what you can do. The problem is that Patrick Kane can score from anywhere. So
he can, but he hasn't been great. I mean, aside from the last Kings game, he had one goal.
What the weapon is, how he's doing is another story. But and how and even how Taves is doing is another story. But you still, their potential is what their potential is.
Absolutely.
You still have to play them as if they have those weapons.
So you watched the game. What do you think of the fourth line that we were talking about with Bollig? Did you think he did okay? Was he physical, or would you rather see Stallberg?
Listen, I mean, I would.
You can't question Quenneville, but if you did,
I think it's a good decision by the coach. I think it's a good, intimidating decision by the coach. I think it helps at home more than it does on the road because of that last change. So you can match them up better, and you might see them go into Boston and make the change back again. I don't know, but listen, you dance. You won game one. You're probably going to not tweak the lineup going into game two.
No, probably not. I just wanted to assess what you thought about Bollig. So game two is Saturday night, actually.
Yeah.
Seems like miles. Whoa.
Right.
Hundreds of
They've
miles.
already
There was a
played
fly.
game two, actually.
Excuse me.
It's an
Yeah.
8-game series now.
Game two, any expectations, or is it just going to be the same sort of hockey?
I think again, listen, I said I think the Blackhawks are going to win this thing in 6. I stand by that. If Horton doesn't play, that changes the equation a little bit going back to Boston. I think the Blackhawks win the next game. Maybe it's like a 3-1 game.
I would say that the third and fourth line for the Blackhawks played very, very well. They have been all playoffs. But the top two lines for the Blackhawks, I thought, got dominated by the top two lines of the Bruins. The Marchand, Yager, Sagan line, and the Horton, Lucic, and I'm blanking on one more, whatever. You know what Krejci, who played tremendous. I thought the top two lines for the Bruins were dominating the entire
they
game.
were, and you expect different things from Jaromir Jagr than you would have 8-10 years ago.
Absolutely.
And
he's
you're
winning the board battles.
Getting
though.
that's what I was going to say. You're getting what you don't expect from him, or what the things that he did back then. What you're not getting are some of the flashy scoring opportunities and the showmanship. But he's playing a conservative brand of hockey. He's bought into the system, and it looks like he's having a good time actually playing this kind of hockey now. So
especially with those line mates.
Yeah, and listen, 21 years between Stanley Cup Finals appearances. That's the longest stretch ever. It's the first time anyone's been a teenager. I shouldn't say the longest stretch. Anyone has played as a teenager and a 40-year-old. So it's incredible, which means that I still have a shot at being the first guy to play as a 40-year-old and then as a 50-year-old, which makes me happy.
Good luck. You've a tryout with the Wheeling Nailers, right?
That's the Wheeling Nailers.
The ECHL?
The Ontario Reign here in Ontario, California. It's like over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By the Staples Center.
By the Staples Center. Yeah. It's sad. You can feel how deflated the LA community is that the Stanley Cup isn't being played here this year. No, you can't.
Michael Schur, Rich Rom, TYT Sports. Bye.